get. I don't even got my phone. Fuck it.
Just get it.
Nah, it's straight.
Oh yeah.
Because it's recording. Yeah. All right, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the first episode of Higher Level Perspectives. You feel me? And shout out to the homie Stack. He ain't here, Don. He not here. You know what I mean? It'll be dope if he was here, but he ain't here. But first and foremost, we gotta introduce my bros. You know what I'm saying? I got my
Truth, man.
yes, indeed.
Truth, Zay.
You did. So you know what I'm saying? These my day unos. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, I never knew you liked going by Zay.
That's what I just thinking. Like, it's crazy he said that because I was thinking the same thing.
Because even Don used to say that. So,
Don said Zay, and I was all like, Zay.
So no, I gotta get that in order.
Yeah,
it's easier, shorter too. So
do you prefer? I don't think I ever actually asked you that. Do you prefer to be called Zay or Jay?
Either one is fine.
Jay?
What do
you call yourself?
He just said it, Zay.
I just be like, well, how I introduce myself, I introduce myself by my name. But I'm trying to like intake nicknames, so that way I don't say the whole word.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh yeah, facts.
Would you say you like, as far as like have like, you know how everybody like, you know, somebody name it, so you know, Truth, Turtle, like type shit, and then you got X, you know, just certain rappers like people who like have that name, and then you have other people who actually embody their name, like you know what I mean, like, and that's, you know, same. Where do you feel like you lie when it comes down to that?
Like nicknames and stuff?
No, like just like, do you feel like you embody a name, like whether it's like Jeremiah or like, you know what I mean, like, this is who I like, you know what I mean, or it's just like, okay, just my name, like, you know what I mean, I just got a name.
Yeah. Mainly my last name I go by Jay because it's Jeremiah. No, my middle name is Jeremiah.
Yeah.
So that's why I really go by Jay. But I've always been called a whole variety of things, especially in my family or outside of my family. I've mainly been called Jay.
Right.
Like Jay, and then my sisters call me like Zeta.
Yeah. Zeta?
Yeah. Yazay.
Zeta kind of.
Yeah,
Yazay kind of
just
hard.
a lot of shit.
Yazay kind
a
of
lot
hard.
of shit. Like,
that shit kind of sound like woke, like you know what I mean, like spirit. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
So I just been. So I got so many names, so it's just, I just don't know which one to go by. I never really embodied like the nicknames as much, but I accepted it, you know?
Yeah. You know, that's interesting though, because like, as you said that, like, you know, some people who like, they names kind of come to them, and then other times it's like, you know, it's not really that important. Yazay though is crazy.
Yeah,
Yazay, I think that's like, if it was, I think that one hard.
Yeah,
Yazay,
like,
you know what I mean? Like, no, that nigga Yazay, like, you know what I'm saying?
I might actually tell you that one, because my sister used to call me
that,
like,
that shit hard.
When she was like younger, and then like my middle sister, she out there, like Hollywood and shit. But
what do you feel like? This is a question for everybody. What do you feel like the importance of naming yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? How important it is to actually like name yourself, like, and just kind of like for reference is when I decided to name myself Turtle, meaning Turtle embodiment of love and wisdom, it kind of came out of like an identification of, as I started growing up and like going through high school, playing with names and shit like that, it just was random. Like, I always had like turtle earrings and shit like that, and then just like, you know, people was like in school calling me Turtle because I had like the YouTube channel Rich Boy Turtle.
Right.
But it was a joke. But then like over time, I felt like I just wanted to embody and rename myself, because growing up in identity being called Ezekiel, Ezekiel, the name, became like a trauma. Like, you know what I mean? Like a trigger on me, because every time I got in trouble, my mom, Ezekiel, you know what I mean? So like every time I heard it, and every time I still hear it today, it's always out of a level of professionalism. You know what I mean? Because it's like my first name going into the workplace or anything like that. It's like when I hear that name, it's always associated to something. Like it's tied down to like like, you know what I mean? And it's like
from the beginning.
Yeah, and it's like calling something out of me. Like, you know what I mean? It's calling a version out of me, whether it's my inner child or like any part of that. It's taking me back to a memory. So it's like, I noticed that, and I was like, damn, I don't really want to be identified with Ezekiel. Not as if I don't like my name or I don't appreciate my name, but it's like, I want to rename myself. I want to call myself something, and then when people call me that, they call unto that person. They call that person out of me, you know? So what do y'all think?
I feel like that's important. I feel like it's taking on a new identity, and it's actually like shedding skin, like reptile shed. Everybody shed. We shed. So I mean, like, it's shedding a different light. It's still usable,
right?
But I feel like it's creating like your own identity from yourself and not compared to being raised a certain way and the identity been given to you.
Yeah.
Like you had no control, you had no,
Right.
you know, stuff like that. So I feel like it's important. I feel like it's important to embrace a new identity,
Yeah.
new like you find yourself through these different identities, and you never know. Like it changes.
Yeah.
It fluctuates from the person you are today.
No, I respect
So I
that.
feel like it's
For
important.
sure, respect that. What you think about that, Truth?
Nah, well, in my opinion, I'm gonna be real with the whole. I never really, with how I came up, usually people gave you a nickname, so it's like, all right, that's usually how I had the perspective of like getting a nickname. I never really had to chose it. So I went with Truth. I don't know what it was that name that just resonated with me so much. Like just hearing Truth. I don't know like how to. I'm not gonna say. To my opinion, I can't say it's too important. I get what now when you put it, how Jay put it. Like I get it. Like if you shed yourself, become a new person. But well, so like I said, if when someone else gives you a nickname, I feel like that just hits different. But like, cause you kind of someone brought your nickname up to me.
Nah, yeah.
Me, I didn't created my own nickname.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, it's like I'm still embracing it slowly more. So now I know like, all right, this side of me is Truth and this side of me is David. So I know right now I would consider I'm Truth right now.
Right.
But like I said, feel like so to say that I would say it's important for real.
Yeah.
It's good to have a nickname just to in my opinion, I would say it's good. I can't really get too deep on that.
Right. And it's not always bad to code switch either.
Yeah,
So that's basically
nah.
like what it
Oh
is.
my
So
god, like for
unless
sure.
You need that in
You
certain
have to.
situations. You gotta be certain
Yeah.
different type of people
Definitely.
to talk to different type of people.
Definitely.
Because it's hard, like even like getting across from people. Because some other people just walking in PC, bro. They don't know stuff.
You know, it's interesting about that because like I feel like it's ignorant not to. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like you see the people who don't code switch, not like, you know, criticizing or judging anybody, but just like observation wise. And you look at a level of society who don't, you know, adhere to the importance of code switching, and I can be whoever I want when I walk in the room. Like no, you can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not that person is not always accepted. That don't mean that it's so that who you are is not accepted, and like not to be yourself where everybody you are, because even when you code switch, you are yourself, but you're just a different version. Okay, in this room, in this business room, I need to be more professional. I need to be more this and more that. You know, that etiquette is not allowed. You know what I mean? It's not accepted. So it's ignorant not to code switch. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like understanding how can get you in different rooms. It can get you in different conversations because now you actually know how to hold a conversation with other individuals. So like I like how you touch on that because it's important. It's like it's not bad to code switch. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. Like it's just one of those things. What do you think? You do what is it? Wait, okay. In a time, and it's a question for everybody. In a time, where can code switching become bad?
I feel like the only situation code switching can come back is when you don't know who you are. So if you don't know who you are, how you gonna be somebody you not? You gonna take on other people's energy, and you're gonna try to embody them instead of embodying yourself. So I feel like it's only bad if you don't know who you are.
Right. That's conformity.
No, because a lot of people don't know that they don't know who they are. You know.
Yeah.
So a lot of people walk around that, and then I'm just being me.
Yeah.
I'm just being me.
Yeah.
And then they personality or it gets pressed to a point, and then they figure out, damn, that wasn't me the whole time. So
right.
And I've been in a situation like that, me personally. Like when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Like I was like I feel like it's natural in a way to kind of like lose yourself in certain situations.
I feel like you got to.
But, yeah, in order to find yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like it's normal. I feel like it's normal to lose yourself in order to find out who you really are.
Yeah.
And just, you know, like shed that old part of yourself that was given to you.
Yeah. Well, I guess my thoughts on it. I feel like with code switching, cause me, I be caught up in too much of being myself sometimes. Like I would say, like in the professional level, okay, yeah, code switch is cool, but outside of it, I want to code switch, but sometimes I'm too deep in truth right now. I gotta be myself. Like if it's like a situation where it's like I'm not gonna go out and fake be happy, hang out with people.
Nah,
Not like that,
hell
like
no.
on
Yeah,
some
yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know,
nah,
dark
yeah,
shit, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
more like I'm not finna like I'm not gonna. You know how it is with some people. It's like, oh, I'll come, with the whoop with my family or etc. Not like necessarily family, but like just friends or something in that area.
That's fake.
But I feel like me personally, I'd be just so stuck on like I'll say no. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then you probably look at me like, why not? Like I'm like, bro, I'm not finna fake hang out and fake be just to impress the next person. So that's kind of I can say it's a gift and a curse because I feel like I come off more like an asshole. Cause it's like, alright, bro, ain't like, nah, like, I'm good. I'm gonna be myself. So it's like,
no, ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's just the truth for me. That's me. Go back and embracing the truth. Like, I'm gonna be truthful. It's like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give it to you how me. So it's like when it comes to that code switching aspect. On a professional level, okay, yeah, because you know you gotta get in them doors.
Right.
But I'm still gonna put a little bit of me in it. At the end of the day, it's not like I'm gonna be in there, professional.
Yeah.
I feel like I carry myself professional either way. But yeah, well, code switching, like I said, I outside of it, man, I'm not really trying to code switch. I'm gonna be myself. If it ain't fit with me, then I'm just not going there.
I think in the lines of what I mean personally, what I mean by code switching is like I feel like hell no, don't put yourself in rooms where it's all like nah, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be fake in front of your face, and you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I feel like at that point that's just being fake. Like, you feel me? That's just be fake. What I mean about code switching is like the way you kind of articulate yourself in a room, like, you know what I mean? Like, and kind of referencing Nip a little bit. Like, Nip never was the type of person, at least from my perspective, was to walk in a room and say, oh, I need this suit to be making this business deal with this type of person. He walked in with his brand, with his identity, and he kept his same tone and all. Like, he didn't really change any of that. Like, you know what I mean? He is who he was, and he was still able to reach his level of success without that level of conformity or change or like code switching. What I mean about like when the level of code switching is not like changing who you are too much, but more of adaptation. You know what I'm saying? Like learning how to adapt to your environment on a mental level. So it's like, okay, I'm in a room with a different level of individuals. So yeah, you can talk how you normally talk, and you can hold yourself in a professional way, but the way that I'm articulating, the way that I'm receiving this information is not on an ignorant level. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not on the levels. That's why I feel like it only really works on a professional level. Like when you're code switching, not like on a bottom grade level, like work to work or peer to peer. Like, no, fuck that. Like, but more on a level of like if you're in a room with an individual that holds a level of importance. Okay, this is a moment where I need to code switch to shut the fuck up and listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Like, this is a person that knows a little bit more than me, so let me listen. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me actually, adapt to my environment on a mental plane. That's my perspective on it.
You definitely right on that because it's like if you know who the individual that not saying like you're attracted to his level of success, that you know like all right, I know I need to network with that.
Yeah.
I get what you mean on that aspect. Yeah. So you are right in that sense.
Because you can't be yourself in that environment. Like at that point, some people be so caught up in it, some be all like, "Oh yeah, nah." Like, and it's not like putting that person above you or nothing like that. But it's recognizing a nigga value, and I feel like that's something that in society is very much so withheld. Like we go through so many things where it's like a lot of people are not, I would say, appreciating another person's value, and even acknowledging it because some people be so caught up in who they are. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's okay to recognize another person's value and like to say that person's bigger than you, but okay, this person's valuable. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you're not putting yourself underneath by, recognizing that. So I feel like that's where I stand with that too.
Yeah. I mean, you could look at it from a perspective as it's possible to get there. Like if somebody's valuable. Yeah. Like, it's available. It's not only available to one person. Yeah. Many people out there. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's another way. Yeah. Could be influential to a point.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely, without a doubt.
Which is important though.
For sure. Kind of staring off a little bit, just like on the topic, how has like y'all personal journeys through life been? Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit, my nigga Truth cut his locks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like, hey, that's crazy because Kai cut his hair too.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Everybody just going through it.
I gotta
True.
get deeper though, because
Really
like it's
crazy.
been. I've seen another nigga I've been following, like you know, what I'm saying, I just seen him cut his locks. So me still having my life, you know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie, like I was growing my hair out for like I ain't gonna lie, like 2 months at the time, because I was really thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, but it's weird because I just realized, even going through that phase when I actually accepted not to, that it's a phase. Like it's a part of the journey. Like some people cut them early, some people don't. Like, and that's a part of the lock journey. Like I'm not gonna say it's a trend, because I don't know the whole trend thing, because people keep calling it a trend, because you know you got Playboy, DDG, Kai, and it's like now like you know a lot of people are doing it. I don't necessarily think it's a trend. I think it's that inspiration aspect. Like, you know what I mean? Looking at how a person is feel. Looking how that the transformation after that person has done it. Like, let's say the bigger they got, or like whatever it may be. It's a shedding. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a shedding of energy. It's a shedding of attachment. Because I ain't gonna lie, you can very much so get attached to your hair.
No, for sure. Because getting into it deeper, like, before, like, it's only really a trend because we in this certain era right now. Mm-hmm. So we in social media. Yeah. We in competitive Instagram, all that stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel like that's, but our people been doing that shit since the beginning.
Yeah, ain't nothing new.
So it's just been a thing to really latch on.
Without a doubt.
You know, like shedding. Yeah.
Definitely.
Shed yourself out.
So like I said, we got the you know, we got Truth cutting his hair, like, you know what I mean. We're gonna get into that, and then we got Jay on the journey of being vegan, and you know, I don't want to speak that for you, because I hate that word, because there's so many, like, you can isolate a person with a because it could be alkaline, it could be it could be, it's so many levels to it, so I don't want to isolate it. I will let you get into that personally, because I'm not, I can't isolate that, like vegetarian, vegan, alkaline, like it's so many different things now. So you know, so yeah, so with them on that journey, and like even just like personally myself, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I've learned to accept reality and be more in the present. Like I never realized how fast I was moving. Like, you know what I'm saying, on a mental level. Like, and it's okay, but I'm bringing myself down into the present to understand that this is the most important part of life. Like, you know what I'm saying, like everything else like is going to come, but reality is so behind when it comes down to your thoughts. Like whatever you think you already have, but reality has to catch up to that. Kind of reminds us of the shroom trip. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of always brings it back. But seeing that now made me more present, just to be able to just connect in the moment with even y'all, and like, you know what I'm saying, just life in the general, and then letting that flow with that. Of course, with intention and plan, you know, but you know, we're gonna let that flow though. So like getting into your personal value, your personal journey, just like kind of get into like, you know, certain things about life. Like, you know what I'm saying, I would say within this year, how has this year been? What have you learned from this year? You know, what was the most valuable lessons that this year has taught you guys? Like, you know what I mean? And where you see that where do you see that taking you, you know, from here on out? All right. Either one can start.
I can go. So, just to rephrase the question, I would say you pretty much how this year, what I learned the most from this year. What I learned the most from this year is, man, I need a what's the word? How do I say it? I'm just gonna say it. I need to stop spending as much money.
I'm in the same boat.
I be thinking like, bro,
I'm in the same boat.
That's what I learned the most. Like, I feel like I really need to take that to like really like put work. I still got the bag on the back end, like, you know, but I'm just like, when I'm like, bro, like I feel like every year, like when it's the end of the year, I'm like, bro, why am I always like,
where to go?
Why am I up like as I should be? But I'm up, you know. I'm not saying like I'm not. But I'm like, I be thinking like, man, like where's my money going? Like, I mean, that's something that I learned, because I went through the same thing last year, and I'm kind of disappointed I'm back in the same position this year. So now I know I need to really lock in more with my discipline with finances and spending. Definitely. I've been kind of focusing on more that now towards the end of the year, but I need to really hold that. What else? I'll say that's like the biggest one for me, because I'm like,
because bro, it sucked. Not like, I mean, you get to a point where you don't have no money, and you like, okay, now let me start being financially responsible when I don't have money. When you do have money, you just be like,
Right.
and then you're like, oh, I can be responsible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can be a little rate.
I
Spend
can
a little more.
and then you get to that point again, and then you're just like, fuck. And is I think the whole. I don't necessarily. I know how to solve the problem, but it's like this things that's like it's like an addiction. It's like you get addicted to spending because it is an addiction because you got all this like electronics and all this like
it's for sure the trauma for being young because we still what they call us like what people call us we like grown man babies. So at the end of the day we're not like we're not grown man like we're not, but we still like. We're still like in the baby phase of being grown men. So it's like we still grown men. Like obviously we not no 18. Like y'all still still kids. 18 people, 18 years old. I'm grown. Right. Y'all don't know what grown is. Like me, you know, we paying bills now, getting the crib. So it's like we in the grown man baby phase. I feel like me. I'm not like I can see myself. I know I'm a grown ass man. But it's just like you know? No, I know I'm a grown ass man. It's just.
No, fact.
Hey, no, you good. It's just the way you word it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the way.
Like, I know.
No, like, when you did that, it was all like, are you sure? But, like,
right.
Like, I know what you need, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, I get what you did. It's the way you word it, bro. Like, the way you word it.
No, it's just like, because this is like, for me, this is like the first. Well, I'm 25 now, so this is like for me, like I'm barely going off the bridge. Like I just passed up that phase in life, so now it's like I'm on straight, and I gotta lock in with myself. That's what I'm saying. Like I realized that, so it's like it goes back to the trauma of being younger. Like all right, I couldn't have shit, so now I want everything I wanted. Yeah. So it's like
is that based on like everything, like your looks, your personality, and like do you feel like it's a level of immaturity? Or do you feel like
that's normal?
It's a trick question.
That's normal though. Yeah.
No,
that's like really normal.
Because a lot of people that look older, they have like traumatic like or not traumatic experiences, but like they had to grow up faster, so they kind of like embody that thing, and it makes them look older and bigger. So I feel like I don't know y'all like past real, but like. If we look and like act a certain way, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just necessarily like you've been raised at a good pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of touching on that right before you start, just to reiterate what you're talking about and just confirm for me is that some people kind of grow up faster and some people kind of grow up slower. In a way,
faster. I feel like there's a certain pace where you have to. There's just like being put in certain predicaments where you just have to like.
Yeah, some people are different. Like some people have to grow up at like 16. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for
and then some people they don't have to worry about those responsibilities until like 21, 22. Yeah. So it's like it's like later. Like I got homies like they've been paying bills since they was 15, 16. You know what I mean? And then like me, I only started paying bills until I was 19.
Right. So they grew up on that responsibility already.
Yeah.
But not necessarily because everybody different. Because just because people grow up like. People have to grow up like faster, and like you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they know how to actually embody that adult stage. Yeah. To the point where like taking care of like finances, managing things, and certain stuff like that. And then some people have kids on top of that. Yeah. So certain people have to actually get it together. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Like I don't know about everybody else, but I've never been in a situation like a heavy situation where I have to like actually get it together. Right. Yeah. Like actually
you have to do a little
traumatic.
Later.
Yeah. So I never really had to. I never really been through nothing like traumatic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've always got to be a kid in a way. Like I always got to be like myself. It was no like I wasn't doing like adult stuff. Like I didn't know shit about like adult shit till like I was like 13 probably.
So where did that hit for the both of y'all? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of like politicking on that. Because like, where did that maturity, where did it set in your mind? And then like kind of still going through that process, like how you were saying, like, you know, where you're at is like, okay, I'm starting to kind of like, take care of myself. Like, I'm in a position where my lifestyle is changing. Like, my finances, I got to learn how to kind of like learn how to do that. Because at the end of the day, that's still a phase that we all go through. You know what I mean? Like, some people kind of go through that early, and some people go through that and they don't change. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's still like, I ain't even really going to call it phase, but that level of like, awareness that has to be matured. Because at the end of the day, like any type of level of process that we're going through, mentally, it's an immaturity that has to be matured. That we have to mature that thought. So it's like, okay, I got habits this way that hasn't been matured yet. I got habits how I take care of myself, doing my laundry, showering, all that type of shit. Yeah. Has to be matured. Some people grow up in households where that was kind of like either taught to them, instilled to them by good parenting, or it wasn't to the point where they wasn't aware until someone else made it aware. Right. Yeah. That's why sometimes you can go into certain households and so like you can see someone's habits and you don't have to judge that person, but you can see that like, oh, that part of them hasn't matured yet. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So it's certain levels of where we mature at in our plane that kind of causes
that is good
these things.
Because there's a lot of I didn't think of it like in areas, like mature in areas.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like the whole collective of like I was mainly thinking of like bills and like certain like traumatic, so I have to be
because that's an area though, like money.
But
that's areas, an area that needs to be matured.
For sure. Areas in certain aspects like that, yes, that's where it matters. Mm-hmm. I feel like you got to see a situation, and then if you don't like the situation, then change it. Or if that situation is a detriment to you and just causing like, stress and stuff like that, I feel like that's where you get in control and you change that situation.
Right.
A lot of people haven't been taught anything, like especially in schools. Schools haven't really taught about important shit like that. Or now we know that, so like you can't. Now we know, can't necessarily really blame it because since we know now we know what to do for our children later on in life. So
honestly, this gonna sound crazy, but and let me know if you want to touch on anything before I even change the topic. Like, okay, so I think personally that it's not. I think it should be, but teachers would need to be paid more if it was, and I'm getting to that. But teaching a child life-based things, like I feel like that could be another section, but it's already so many sections in itself that school has that you can clearly see that the government left that shit to the parents at home. Like, look, y'all gotta teach these kids how to fucking fold your clothes. Like, you know what I mean? Wake up in the morning, make your bed, or like, you know what I'm saying? Clean after yourself, shower properly, all those things like that. You might find that shit in China, but you ain't finding that shit in the USA. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, I feel like I can see at this point that they didn't put that in school. Like, you know what I mean? We obviously didn't get it, but those are like the valuable parts of life that are not always taught. Like, for us, we have people in our algorithm, men in our algorithm, that we can see that, like, oh, okay, like, we can see how this man take care of himself. Like, no diddy, but you can look at his life and see, oh, okay, he keep himself clean this way. Oh, he goes to the gym at this time. Like, these self-improvement videos have been, it wasn't a thing back in the day. Like, but now we can see people's lives and see how they take care of themselves to the point we get inspiration to how we actually learn. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's how I learned to take care of myself. That's why I thought, like, okay, I should make my bed every morning.
And it's crazy because nowadays we're seeing things in a different light where it's not feminine to clean after yourself. You know what I mean? Because it used to be like that. Exactly. You're not dirty. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now we actually getting out of this era to the point where we feel like it's manly to be dirty instead of manly to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Like,
even down to the nails. You know what I'm saying?
Like cooking. Like, it's feminine to like cook your own food. So I'm just like,
now think about that level of installation that they put onto us. Like, you know what I mean? They really indoctrinated us to the point where they told us, oh, we grew up with that ideology. Women should cook. Women cook and clean. Woo woo. So now men don't know how to take care of themselves. Yeah. Who the hell said that just left the woman? Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, see, I grew up in a household where my dad cooked. So it's like, I immediately knew, like, oh, this is how a man should take care of himself but not everybody have that exposure. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the importance of learning how to cook. Like, you don't learn how to cook because you're going to have a wife in the future and then you need to cook for her. I mean, but at the end of the day, you might be a single father. Hope not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, but you know what I'm saying?
I thought you were about to say survival. No, I switched the whole script, bro. He said, "Why you?"
You might, hey, it's some baby daddies out here. You feel me? Like they don't know how to feed their kid. Like all they know how to do is just feed them that bullshit McDonald's because they don't know how to cook. Like, come on, bro. You feel me? Like it's fucked up. Like God forbid, though. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But that, hey.
Nah, it's true when you say about exposure because, like, I've been exposed. My dad and my mom cooked, and they were separated, so I had to go back and forth from where I was going. And I would go home, my mom would be cooking all the time, and then I go to my dad's house. It was never a day where he haven't cooked. So that's true too, because it do come down to exposure and stuff like that. And not everybody like in his life has that type of exposure and that knowledge, but so it's up for them to like actually go and get the knowledge.
My bad.
Get somewhere. No, it's the inside.
Oh my god.
Bro was quick to let that out.
I couldn't let it slide. It just came.
Wait, no. Hey, y'all.
I caught that shit.
That's crazy.
But, okay, shit. So what's your take on that, True? Like, what do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, the areas of maturity, how important that is to if you could, because look, if you can't expose yourself, then how do you expose yourself to that? What is your ways that you say, and this is a question for everybody again, how do you expose yourself to new information to be able to know about that and bring out the things you don't know?
Well, on my, like, pretty much the same thing I learned from what I don't know. I get to learn through the media, which kind of sounds crazy, or like, you know, there's some influencers out there who really be in their bag on that type of stuff. This stuff I've learned to this day, like, you know what, like this, I follow a couple YouTubers who kind of are just like, men, what you would say, like, personal, they kind of teach the whole thing, like, the whole thing, like, they just, men just, you know, cleaning, whoopty-wham, cooking. But on the cooking aspect, I did cook for my siblings, like, when I was in high school and stuff. Moms was out, you know.
So you say you know how to cook?
I mean, I definitely know how to cook. Cooking is really not hard, for sure. I mean, you can really just look up a video, like, on TikTok and be like, all right, recipe, woo-de-woo-woo-woo. So, all right, I gotta do woo-de-woo-woo-woo. It's like, cooking is really not hard, bro. I feel like,
no, for real, though.
Yeah, but so how I learned the information, like, I still learn new information, like, that's just in my algorithm. I kind of seek that information, so I'm looking, or sometimes it tracks me and it brings me to it there. Yeah. So, yeah.
You touched on something. So we all grow up in different households where we're all in different positions. So I'm the youngest, right, on my mom's side. You're, I think, the oldest.
Yeah, you can say
or you're second oldest. You're second oldest, and then you are the
youngest on my mom's.
You're the youngest on my mom's side. I got you. Right. So you got a baby brother.
Oh yeah,
you got a baby brother.
Right.
Yeah. And then so from different perspectives, going to the left to the right, how is that dynamic growing up in that position? Because it comes with a different mentality. So like, for instance, my sister Tori, she's the second oldest. But my mom called her mother because, like, she kind of took on the motherhood. So that level.
Oh, your mom calls her mother?
My mom called her mother, yeah. Because, like, basically that's what she was. Yeah. Like, she was a mother to all of us. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you mean your mom?
Yeah, basically. Almost, I'm gonna lie. Like, you know, we was down for a minute. And
so that's, yeah. So she
took us in. She took my mom and us in. Like, she took my mom and my sister in. So it's like, at 18.
At 18?
It was a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah. Like, we living with my sister. She 18 years old.
So when did you start, like, actually becoming that, your sister start becoming
that mother aspect?
At 18?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, since I was
Younger?
5.
Since you was 5?
Yeah, but you definitely gotta have that.
No, like, probably I was 4 years old, so it was really instilled. I think it was her spirit.
Like, she actually appeared 18.
Hold on, late.
Right.
Nah, I was 4, bro, because she taught me how to write. She was the only one that taught me how to write. She sat there with me to, like, really, like, but that's a motherly thing to do, you know? So it's like, call it a sister thing.
Now you say that, my older sister taught me how to Like how did I come here when I was in kindergarten?
Second oldest?
No, I have an older sister. The one I was in Atlanta.
So wait, you're the third oldest or second oldest?
She's my dad's daughter.
So your mama's side, your dad's side. Oh, okay.
Close, so I really don't even keep. My mom's close with her too, and she comes visit us. I was like, I remember she kind of had that motherly aspect. I feel like I didn't get too close with her. Yeah. But she did teach me how to like. I remember I had trouble like spelling my last name. My last name is hella long, Henderson. So you just imagine being in kindergarten, first grade, trying to. I forgot why they made us do it, but so I kind of. I can get what you coming from with your older sister. That's what
like actually stepping in to make that decision. Yeah, like cause I like, and then I had another sister. Of course, my sister like right close to my age, Miracle. She was like damn near my sister's sister. Like you know what I'm saying. So we grew up together. So it's like we ain't never
like y'all was in the same high school.
We was just in the same room. Like you know what I mean. Like just all that. Like you know what I mean. So same high school, same middle school, shit like that. But not the same grade, of course. But like you know what I mean. But we grew up next to each other. So that sisterly aspect was more like damn near almost like a best friend. Like you know what I mean? So my other sister, Tori, was more like a motherly, like you know what I mean? Like go sit down, make sure you clean up the house, like you know, woo woo woo, like you know, all that type of shit. Yeah, like a mama, like you know what I mean? Like she was mother. So so that's what I'm saying, growing up in your household and then your household after is like it's a mental aspect that you adopt that you kind of take into life. You know what I mean? Cause like I didn't grow up telling nobody, like, you know, I didn't do none of that. Like, I'm quiet. I'm the quiet one. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm at home or with my family and shit like that, like, I was always quiet. I didn't really bond with my siblings in that way. You got to bond with your siblings in that way because you had to take care of them. That's a different mindset. Like, it's really different. Yeah.
On a lot of stuff. See, that's where it goes. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. I just want to know how does that affect you in life? Because, like, for me, the way that it affected me was like the way that I made friends, like you know what I mean, the way that I kind of like associated myself in different groups and stuff. Like even through life and like always the friend group, I don't know, like I'm not the quiet one no more, like you know what I mean, or something like that. But it's just I still have that tight circle, you know what I mean. But you got other people, like I have my other homies and shit like that, and they are big, like you know what I mean. They know everybody, like you know what I mean, like. That type of mentality, but you can tell the position of their familyhood that like, okay, they probably was the oldest. So even looking at my sisters when they were the oldest, they just know everybody. True. You know what I mean? So it's like they more extrovert.
Yeah, it's like a role that we embody.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's different for everybody.
With me, I feel like I'm both, like introvert, extrovert. Like, yeah, I'm really both. I think as I get older, I became more introverted and just focus on. I mean, as I become older, because like you know, you get older, you lose certain friends. You know, you outgrow certain people. Like you don't hang around certain people. So it's like the crowd that I would want to be around ain't really always present. So more it's like that goes back to me like not just trying to go out with people. Like people hit you up. Oh, you want to come through? It's like I'm finna be cool with people who I know is not on the same mindset or like who see the same things that I'm like into. For sure. So that's why I would say it kind of pushed me more to the introverted because it's like I'm not gonna go out and go to a club and I'm not trying to go out and drink or I'm not trying to just smoke all day.
More careful.
So it's like certain things like that. So not everyone's on at the same time. So I feel like it kind of brought me down to like back to introverted. So it's like man, I'd rather just mind my business, just do it, work on my business, mind my business. Yeah.
That's work on my business. Got in that phase earlier, rather than
later.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get into that phase until they're like 40, and they all still.
I definitely have a buddy who's still in that, who's in the phase where he's still in high school. So it's like, so it's like,
I hate that shit. No, I really do, man. Like I truly do. Yeah.
I mean, I don't hang out with him or nothing, but it was this high school friend who we actually became close to high school, so I just tapped in with him. He taps in with me, and it's just like, damn, I'm like, bro, you still on the same.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's like, that's why, you know, we can end up connecting. I see y'all on business. Y'all, you know, taking care of business, doing what you gotta do, and on the same level, and want to achieve the same things that I would want to achieve. So it's like, if you're not really on that mindset where it's like, you trying to achieve and you got a vision what you want with your life and you trying to get there, but
steering off just a little bit. and kind of touching exactly on what you're saying, this leads me to just kind of ask the collective a question. Is like, damn, that's kind of hard. The collective. You gotta think about it. That shit kind of hard. Hey, but what's that called? What validates a person to have a friend, like to be your friend? Because for me, like, you know, I'm just ask that black and white, and you know what I'm saying, we ask from there. So what validates that? Because we have a lot of people in the world who don't. You just everybody they friend.
I feel
you know what I'm
like,
saying?
everyone not your friend. It's a lot of acquaintances that you come across. Like,
Yeah. Acquaintance is cool.
You a person, but the value to take the friend vibe.
But what makes you a friend though?
Because I feel like a lot of people would see them being a friend. Like, some people be like, "Oh, you didn't do this for me," or "You gotta do this for me."
Yeah.
I had a situation where I came and had an issue with someone who was like, "All right, you ain't do this for me, so now you're not a real friend."
Yeah, that's
something like that.
So it's phases to it. So there's acquaintances,
like,
friends,
right,
and they're
family.
From there.
Yeah.
So what I would say what makes a friend, like, I'm trying to think of the last friend I actually made. Cause I don't know. I can't. That's a good question. Who's the last real friend you say you made? Like, how long ago?
Don.
Real?
Don.
Oh yeah. So that's
I would say Don is like the recent friend that I like, cause more inner circle.
Yeah.
Don.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't really took on a new like friend where I'm like, oh, I'm checking on you.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get in the room. So I feel like when you get older, most people become business partners. That's what I was hearing. Yeah. Like, you don't even have friends. Most people just end up becoming business partners. We just talk business, etc.
I hate that though, because like I learned that connection between me and you is how we when we implemented business between our friendship, it damn near almost fucked it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I learned that because like whether I don't know if it was on your end, but on my end, I kind of seen that like when we implemented money in friendship, it don't mix. That's why they always say don't mix business with relationships, because it don't always mix. Like, you know what I mean, mixing money and all this other shit like that, and it's like. I noticed that because between the lines when we started to like kind of have a business with each other, shit, damn near us too. We damn near almost had a fell out. Like when we first started BB, it was all three of us. You know what I'm saying? But there was not a level of accountability being held by all three of us to the point where damn near, you know, I'm like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We almost not been friends no more over fucking money. Like, and over business.
I don't think we would have been.
It was the first situation when we first started BB. The first time, like when I started BB, and then we all was a part of it. Like, you know what I mean. And then after that, like we wasn't really like pushing it. Like, you know what I mean. It wasn't really nothing going on. Like I remember you came to me that first was like, we ain't really doing nothing. Ain't really nothing going on. You was gonna do your own thing. That initiation in itself could have separated us as whole as a friendship because of a business after being the center. And that's why even in line, that's why I tell you, like, man, fuck that. It's just a business at the end of the day. Like, you still my bro. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, fuck the money, fuck the business. We don't have to do a business together. You still my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, that's why when it come down to business and friendships, I personally disagree. Because, like, if it's businesses, that's my business partner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Brody my business partner. But I don't think I would ever want to mix my best friend and my business together, unless it can. But after that, nah, because I don't know. It just money and business don't really. It's damn near like a marriage.
Yeah. I gotta tap into that more because I wanna know what a rich person like that's really successful think, because I know a lot of people can't do it on their own. Like
No, for sure.
So I really want to know.
That's a good aspect.
Their
too.
perspective.
That's a good aspect too.
On how they intake, like, I mean, I could YouTube that shit.
I don't think it's not impossible. I just think it's just like a maturity. It's a level of commitment.
Yeah,
like
no,
after,
sure.
Like, you know what I mean. So like, I learned that me and Truth became more closer when we had like stopped it for a second, and then we actually, you know, was just friends. Like, you know what I mean. Like we started doing more friendly, because at that point I remember, bro, we would always hit each other up, and it will only be about brand. But we never really like, you know, at that time, just kicked it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like a kick it. Every time we talked, it was about business. Every time. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it can kind of isolate your friendship in a way where it's all like, oh, you already know why he calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know why we talking. So it's like, that's why I feel like we became more closer after we just kind of like isolated a little bit. And then, like, you know, and then if we continue, then it's like, it's going to get to the point where it's all like, okay, yeah, like, you know, we know how to balance it now. Now we actually have a level of balance and commitment to it, to the point where that's not going to get in the way of anything. But kind of touching on you know, what makes a friend a friend, I totally agree with you. Like, a friend is not a person just because of what they do for you. Fuck that. Like, I don't validate friends because of what they do for me. Like, you know what I mean?
Some people will cut you off.
Yeah, that's...
You ain't do something for them. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you can't send me $20. Oh, you're not a real friend. Like, sure. Like,
fuck your funky ass. Don't
That's
it, nah.
Like, people will fall into that because, like...
That's stupid. See?
Yeah.
Money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no. Like,
it's like, yeah, you
nah.
Yeah.
So, what validates for, like, friends for me...
Nah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what validates friends for me and like family, you know, is what they do for themselves. You know what I mean? And I don't expect anything out of return. When I see something, like, you do something for me genuinely, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's what's up. But I kind of validate that based off what you do for with yourself, and then the value we naturally exchange to each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking to exchange something from you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, can you give me this? Or can you teach me this? Can you do this for me? Woo woo. Because I see you got it. Like, no, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see the value that you hold within yourself, how you take care of yourself, the manhood that you hold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then your level of commitment to not stopping and drink. Like, that's the biggest thing. If you are not a dreamer, you can't be my friend.
Yeah.
You can't be my bro. Like, you don't dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around dream killers. I can't have someone close to me who dream kills. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it ain't gonna happen. You don't believe it. Nah, bro, because you don't believe in yourself. So it's like, crazy. When I see people, and especially y'all, where y'all have a dream, and I don't give a fuck if you ain't did. I don't give a fuck if you touch the shit once a year. You have a dream, and you are committed enough to make it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? That is people who I surround myself around, and then I see the value that I naturally get from those people, naturally, without asking, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a natural unison, not anything else. I'm not giving, and I'm not overly giving as well. Like, we're to the point where I'm giving too much and I'm not receiving anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a natural exchange. Like, you know what I'm saying? So even friendships that you have, or like acquaintances that you have, where you can be overly giving to the point where you're not never get anything back, then the point that's not the friend. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
just using
people will take that.
People take that advantage for sure.
But not only that, I just feel like we just naturally quality people. Like, we got a better quality than a lot of people out there. Because touching on what you said, like, it's hard to find like friends like out there that's on a level. Because I'm searching for, like, I've already reached that level, like with y'all. So I'm just like, why would I go down to somebody that ain't talking about shit when I got friends already that can talk about shit?
Right.
We can have a conversation. But touching back, like, a lot of people that I be talking to, like, that I try to make friends, they not there. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Right.
It don't make sense. So that touch on that, it's just low. There's low quality people, and there's high quality on your level quality people, so.
And even higher.
Yeah,
because that's the mentality I'm in right now. Like, who was the dude? I met a dude. I forgot where dude is. It's actually two of these people. He's staying in apartments, like right here. But he had this Alfa Romeo, and I was like, damn, I'm like, that shit cool. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm very observant. But bro was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could see he was trying to already build a connection with me and shit like that. It was another dude I met though that was kind of in the heart. Oh, Ray. Building a connection with Ray was like one of those people. So I'm at the point now where even being at a level, I don't really like comparing levels or anything like that, but I want someone that is higher than me that can kind of like a mentor. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, I think that's at the point now where I'm really yearning for more of a personal mentor. Like, you know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, I can daily talk to you, or, like, you know what I'm saying, even like meet up with you or something like that. Like, I think that's at the point now where I'm yearning to find more of a mentor type relationship.
Because I feel like that's like more of a crossover stage.
Exactly.
So it's like crossing over.
Exactly.
So you're at the meeting point, and then a mentor come in. Then that's where you can break that door.
Exactly.
You can actually finally go like through. You know what I mean? I feel like that's important too. I was just talking to my sister about the like mentor aspect. Like for a minute, because like, my dad can't give it to me. Like, can he really mentor me about my brother's in jail? What can they mentor me about? Right. They're not physically here.
Right.
So now it's up to really us to actually find that figure out in the world.
I feel like it's mentors in certain areas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it sucks because now it sucks, and it's a gift and a curse because we live in a reality where like we have digital mentors, like you know what I'm saying. So we got people that we kind of look up to on a social level to the point where like we're looking at them and so like okay, cool, we see what they do and you know what I mean, like okay, cool, right? But then it's like a part of you kind of just want to actually physically see it so you can believe it more, like you know. So I feel like at that aspect, like more spiritual mentors, more financial mentors, and more like even personal mentors where they can like kind of give you more personal values of life, you know. But yeah, like they all say, like you know, what I'm saying the best mentor you ever can have is God, or like you know the divine, you know. So that's like at the point where I'm still on that path to continue to isolate myself into that as well. Just having that divine be my guidance until I can find someone who physically representation of God, you know.
Right. Or if that is, I feel like faith can also be a mentor too. Because if you believe into it like so much, then that can also motivate yourself. Because a lot of people out here follow different like religions and stuff like that, and then I guess not going into that too deep, but it's really it's needed their faith in order to work.
Right.
So you can't just like read a book and then be like, oh, I believe in that. I just read it and then close it, and then you don't have that type of like knowledge of what's really happening in your brain. So what's really happening in your brain is really just like faith in putting your value into this book and it coming to life.
Right.
So and I feel like that's really important too, because a lot of people need like guidance.
Right.
Like, a lot of people out here don't have no guidance too much.
Hell no.
And without it, like you can get lost in your path. You can really get lost in your
soul
path.
flowing through the wind with no guy. Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like with a pinpoint, even if it's like a hypothetical, or even if it's like our type of like not necessarily. I don't want to say fake because that would be crazy. Like something just to pinpoint your focus on a certain thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you pinpoint your focus, it's not all scattered everywhere. It's
right.
really just like meditating with your eyes open and just focusing on that one little thing, and that way you just skyrocket from there.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah,
meditating with your eyes open.
Yeah, for sure. That's really what it's doing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to put it. So what would you say, kind of like reverting back to that topic, because I know Truth shared his, I shared mine. What would kind of validate, you know, a friend for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what makes a person like, oh yeah, this is a friend, and then this is not a friend?
Gotcha.
You know? Where
I feel like the main thing is like where I don't know, because if you speaking about friends, that's different.
Yeah.
But like how I think about it is more, it's not just like, because wordplay is really important.
You said word?
Wordplay.
Oh, like wordplay. Really oh yeah, like kind of how you word it.
Yeah, like
I don't like the word friend. I call it family.
I don't like it.
I don't, because I feel like friend is so like kind of disrespectful.
Right.
Like I don't have friends, I have family. Like you know what I mean? I have brothers. Like you know what I mean? Like y'all more of my brothers because like y'all more of a brother than any of my brothers ever been. I don't give a fuck if you hurt or not. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit. Like this is what it is.
It is.
Like niggas gotta be real though. No, shout out to my
it.
bro. Like you know what I'm saying? You still my nigga, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you my blood, but nigga, like. These more of my brothers than y'all, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, it's just what it is, bro. I didn't grow up in a household, bro.
Now we gotta fight that shit on the outside.
Yeah,
it's okay,
like,
shit,
it's no disrespect. It's just the real. Don't, like, you know what I mean? So, nigga, take it like that, take it like that.
But, what makes someone, like, family to me, I would say, like, you know, not only, like, reciprocation, respect is involved, and also a form of, like, communication and understanding or overstanding, because if you overstand each other to a point, and it's like there's no leveling down. Right. There's no leveling down to a certain point of like, oh, like it's to a point where like if I'm gonna word it like this, but if you and that person go away for a minute, you can still go back and it's like y'all never left.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where you can like pinpoint to a point where like it's really like deeper than that, you know what I mean? And then not only that is when you can have a disagreement or that person not always like agree with you on everything, and you can have your differences at the same time, agreement.
No, accepting that person's differences.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really
that's deep.
That's how you know
that's deep.
That okay, this person is not looking to people please you. This person also is looking to help you while you help them and help each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you will know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's beautiful, and that's why I feel like personally it takes so long to, do it. Like, of course, you can have an acquaintance every single day. You can get an acquaintance every day, and I feel like that's where I kind of vet those individuals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, like when when I started talking to Don again, it kind of started like on a surface, on the face of the surface. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like we both trade, like, things of that nature. And then that conversation kind of led back into like the past a little bit, and then like seeing who he was as a person, like in like his habits and things of that nature, it was the level of commitment to his dream. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you have that level of commitment to your dream, and like, that's like, I'm talking about him specifically just because he's more recent. That's when I kind of can validate that exactly what you said too. How you can go off a little bit, and then like you guys come back, and it's like y'all click, and there's like nothing really changed, and it's like it's more genuine. And then like just kind of how they show up for you as well when you need it, not when you asking them to, but kind of when you need it. Like you know what I mean? Like that's a level of observation that is very important. And then like I think one thing that we all can like go in a circle with is kind of speaking on how can we become better friends. You know what I mean? Like, starting with myself a little bit, I feel like I could become a better friend by, and actually, I'm gonna ask y'all, like, like, how can I become a better friend too? But like, the way I feel like I could become a better friend is by checking up on y'all more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, how y'all doing? How your mental doing? Like, things that I don't think I asked that enough. But going in a circle, how could you become a better friend? And then after that, we can go in a circle of, what way do you think we can be better friends? You know what I mean? I feel like y'all good anyway. But, how can you feel like you can become a better friend?
That's a tough question, Loki. How do I feel? Because now I mean, I guess I could say I probably can do better communication, I guess. But how do I feel? I don't. Like I said, that goes back to what I said. I haven't really came across no new friends lately. So it's like, I mean, if I'm talking about y'all, I feel like I tap in with the chat every once in a while, etc. But I join the calls and stuff. But I can't.
I
don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you.
I feel like I'm pretty decent.
No, it's cool.
Still about to go away.
Yeah.
But I feel like, how can I be a better, like friend in a way? I feel like I feel like I can work on more about being like an example instead of like watching everything out and so hyper focused on everything outside of me.
Wait, say that one more time? My bad.
Being an example.
Being an example.
Because I feel like that's really important. Because if I'm not my fullest self, then people
that's
that
deep,
look
nigga.
on
I like that.
people,
hey,
it was about to go away. I was like, fuck.
That's cold.
Like, hey,
that's really that's deep.
because this is really how I've been.
That is so important.
So I feel like being a better example, because since it's us, I feel like that's really all, like, we actually like deep into our worlds. So our worlds are sharing. We're sharing each other worlds. Pause.
No. What the fuck? I was not thinking like that. Whoa.
No,
like,
crazy.
Wait a minute.
No, I had to say that. But I feel like thinking deeper like that, I feel like, I can be a better example by stepping more into who I am or could be as a person, so I can influence other people to be like even better, or like or feel like they're not doing the things alone. You know what I mean?
Bro, that how deep that is? Like, and it's crazy you say that, because we all doing good and you doing great too. You know what I mean? Like, but you saying that specifically, it always reminds me though, because even though you being vegan, it always, I can't avoid it, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I gotta eat better, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga, you always remind me without even saying it. Like, I'll be buying some shit and I'll be all like, fuck, like, my nigga got another fruit bowl, bro.
I ain't even making that shit look good. Hold on, bro.
Like I need to go. You know what I'm saying? I need to eat better. So like, you always remind me that because like you're being an example of who you is. Like, and that's exactly what it is. Like, expressing yourself in that way because it's like it show you like regardless. You know, I know that's a level that a journey I'm gonna have to take eventually because I've been on it before and I like, you know, seeing another person be on the same journey as you and then they take it all the way over there. It's all like, oh yeah, I know what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that is so inspiring because then it's so important to be inspired around the people that you around. Like, you know what I mean? Like it and that's one of those areas I always get inspired with you from like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like my nigga is literally on his shit when it comes down to his being at like, you know, in his diet. So it always reminds me over and over, and in that subconscious reminder over and over and over, it gets gonna happen eventually. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a beautiful way of putting it for sure.
Because I think sometimes I forget that it's not necessarily just a like a diet. It's like a lifestyle that you have to take. And there's other people that I do see online that's just like, I'm like, they've been vegan or like eating like plant-based or just like really taking care of their body like for years. And I'd be like, damn, like it's really a lifestyle. Like you really have to like continue to do it. You can't really like stray off too much, or you can't really, or you know what I mean, you're gonna be like a form of like back and forth type of person. But I've been having trouble like keeping that to myself, like like actually taking it as a lifestyle because I'm like, I see other people doing it. I'm just like, damn, sometimes I forget, and then I be like, okay, I'm just gonna eat this, and then like eat a little bit like vegan like chicken. Even that is just like different.
Like, no, definitely.
So seeing other people and seeing stuff like that is just different, a different way that I'm starting to take and look at that certain thing right now. Because I didn't used to think it was just a lifestyle. I was just thinking it's like, okay, I'll just eat that and just eat this and okay, I'm healthy. Right. And then like it's really like a concoction you got to do. It's like you got a certain thing you have to like make up, and then with certain like it's really a whole different language. It's a whole different language. I've just like understanding that it's certain like melons that you have to like that you really can't eat together or like mess up like your digestion. I was like, okay, if you're eating fruit, like it wouldn't do nothing because that's why I used to think like if you're eating fruit, it's just fruit. Like you said, eating fruit. But I've learned that, and then I've seen that like people in the corner that's at the fruit stands. They some of them that they just give you like straight watermelon. Like some people order just straight watermelon, straight like mangoes, stuff like that. Cause like some mixing them together can like it's like.
I know Yaki was talking about that a while ago. I forgot what it was, but I know 99 UK is a lady Bob. I'm Surviving Vegan. She talked about that where she was all like, you can't mix vegetables and fruits together in a smoothie all the time. She said it disrupts something like the digestion process or something like that. But I know exactly what you're talking about when you touch on that, because she was all like, oh yeah, you mixing this with that, then it's disrupting the way that, you know, the way the nutrients is being processed in your body. So it's already it's changing the state of like, you know, what's already naturally to do.
Even your eating schedule, like after 6, like Yaki, I was learning like Yaki was talking about it.
Circadian rhythm.
Like getting back into that circadian rhythm of like doing how to control your portions and eat at certain times of the day, like when the sun goes up. Eat only till 6, not after 6. So that's just like.
So pretty much after 6.
After 6, like is just probably water or like fruit and stuff like that. Like you can still like a meal, like which is vegetables, because vegetables rebuild your body and like fruit cleanses. Right. So it's like it's different. It's like shit like that. You just. It's a whole different like language.
Yeah, it's a science to it. So it's a science to it. So then, kind of touching on like how to be better friends. This is a harsher topic. Kind of initiating like a staple into this because I take constructive criticism very well. Like, you know what I mean? Not everybody else do. Sometimes that shit can sit in somebody's mind and think that like, oh, this is the way the person think about me and shit like that. Like. To be honest, bro, for me, my perspective, it ain't that deep. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you shouldn't have a circle of friends if they can't constructively criticize you. You know what I mean? In a way where it's adhering to the better of your development. You know what I mean? In that is another staple of what makes I feel like great friends is when you can tell somebody about yourself and then they don't get mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, bro, like,
and not
that's
only
so
that,
hard.
It's just like when somebody, because a lot of people out there, they don't tell you about themselves.
Yeah, they don't.
It's like, go back to people pleasing.
They'll see something,
and they'll be like,
yeah.
this and that, and then they won't like say nothing because a lot of people don't have good communication.
Exactly, at all.
A lot of people just don't have it, and it just sucks. That's why it's like hard for me to make friends outside of VR because it's like I go back, I'm like, damn, these niggas do not know how to talk.
You will
like,
tell somebody about themselves, then they get offended, and then they don't want to be a friend no more.
And they don't have no structure, and they don't know how to have niggas so comfortable with like hard conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, god damn,
you can't have a friend without it. Yeah.
Old ass man. What you doing, man? Old ass man.
Literally.
Like,
you can't. Like,
it is what it is. But
it's crazy. So, I'm gonna be the target. What do I need to work on to make me be a better friend? And kind of giving out little examples. Do I need to be more understanding? Do I need to be more patient? Do I need to be more communicative?
You gonna post this?
Huh?
You gonna post this?
Yeah.
They know deep. They know everything.
Fuck them. Not playing. But nah, I be like, fuck how they think though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not fuck you, but fuck how you think. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You need a little bit of personal shit to yourself.
I mean, I could, but not to see the point. No. The point about it though is just kind of what you're saying is being an example, but being an example to the world to the point where you know they see what it's like for a man to be vulnerable. They see what it's like for a man to you know take on criticism. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And how does that look for a man to be this is moments like this where it's all like people never witnessed this shit. I've never seen it on media where someone actually witnessed like exactly what we talking about. Yeah. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up and fucking take criticism, nigga. Like that's it. Like if a nigga telling you what the fuck you need to work on, nigga, okay, take it. All right, cool. This was so and so said about me. Now go write it down or something. Go actually look in the mirror and go see if you actually do that. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't gotta take criticism from the world and just like everybody telling you to change, but take it in and be honest with yourself. Like I do that. You know you're right. Like damn, you just brought that to the light. So that's why in that moment I feel like stuff like this is important so people can see how it's done. Right. You know. But yeah, being vulnerable though, like. You know, do I need to be more understanding? Need more patient, be more communicative? Like, you know, we men, so like we have our different lives and shit like that. Like, you know, and we always gonna have our own little personal journey in our grind. So we not always gotta talk and all that shit like that. We don't. But the times we do talk, the times that we do, you know, like
it's quality conversation.
Yeah, and then it's like that idea of having a family or a brother. How does that person look? Because you instill that idea in someone else and like, damn, that is what a brother looks like. Like, you know what I mean? And maybe that's something that you could do or maybe that's something you could work on. You know what I mean? I don't know off the dome. I really don't. Like, I honestly don't. I can't even say myself like anything I personally ask from those people. I don't ask anything from y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all is who y'all is. It might be nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Right. So the question was...
Pretty much, what advice would you give him to be a better friend?
To be a better friend, yeah.
Wait, we already did that.
Well, no, we explained what